Well, for the first time ever, water bombers were used to drop fire retardant on grass fires in southern Alberta. But there's got to be more to them than meets the eye, more than just that red streak we see falling from the skies overhead. Our Daryl Rummold was at the tanker base in Pincher Creek today to find out more about them.
And go north. And the highest hazard is up here because this is all forest area.
They follow the province's fire risk from top to bottom.
This time of year, it's all come south. So we've got all of the heavy equipment is going to be down at this end.
Moments later, another of these massive water bombers makes its final approach. The wings still stained from a long season of battling blazes across the province.
Alberta has an idea that every tree is worth a value, so we protect them. And that only makes good sense.
Ralph Bork has overseen ground operations at the tanker base in Pincher Creek for the last 15 years. It's one of 13 and the southernmost station in the province.
Always, it's an adrenaline bump when we have things going. The rest of the time is boredom second to none.
On Monday, it was anything but. But it wasn't forest fires these tankers were battling. It was miles and miles of grass fire. Its cost high, nearly $14,000 per drop. Its impact immediate, and for those on the ground, priceless.
I think the chief actually used a quote, and he called it gasoline. The fuel that was involved is almost like flammable liquids, and you know, when you're fighting something that's that volatile, any kind of edge we can get is something we need to consider using.
Oh, it's massive. They can do miles of, on a grass fire, they can do miles of fire line, and it takes the oxygen out.
The first step is to release a bird dog or lead plane to assess the size and risk. Below the nose on the bird dog is a forward-facing infrared camera. This gives the pilot an incredibly detailed thermal image of where the heat sources are on the ground, so they can give a better idea to the pilots in the air of where they're going to be dropping.
We'll come up with the strategies overhead of fire and sort all the air traffic, make sure all the ground crews are clear.
The chemical used is 5 parts water to 1 part retardant and is all natural, mainly fertilizer-based. Many of the planes are former commercial craft that have been repurposed, tasked with keeping residents safe from the inferno that at times comes all too close. Daryl Rummold, CTV News, Pincher Creek.
An average tanker plane can carry up to 27,000 gallons of retardant. Officials say the fire season is almost over, but they are always ready.